Well, so much has happened in the last 24 hours. The Wall Street rally took a breather. Apple has launched a brand new AR/VR product. And for our own markets as well, foreign investors have been selling for the last couple of days, and that explains our markets hitting a bit of a top in the last few days. Well, our research team is standing by with CNBC-TV18's list of top 10 stocks for the day to help you prep. Vivek is joining in first up. He's tracking two stocks, IEX and MTAR. Vivek, over to you.
Well, good morning. IEX has come out with its operational update for the month of May. A slightly muted update. So overall volumes, while it's gone up almost 8% on a year-on-year basis, prices have fallen almost 30% on the exchange. Now, what the company is saying is that the prices have fallen on back of improved supply-side scenario, which has led to improved liquidity. Further, as far as the outlook is concerned, what they're saying is that the supply side liquidity is continued to do better. Number one, enhanced coal supply, something that is aiding the liquidity, reduction in e-auction coal prices, as well as consistently declining imported coal and gas prices. All of this has led to improved liquidity. So they expect prices, at this point of time to continue to remain quite subdued. MTAR, yesterday saw a large block deal take place. So 3 promoter entities have paired over 3.5% stake. One large buyer, Plutus Wealth Management, has picked up almost 13.1 lakh shares in the company, and this will turn at around 1880 rupees a share.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. But Sonia, Eicher Motors, there was some takeaways that they met some analysts, is it?
Yes, they met a few analysts in the last couple of days, and the takeaways are very positive. So I just wanted to put that on board. Remember, auto stocks have also been gaining a lot of ground, and the management commentary is quite bullish across both commercial vehicle and the Royal Enfield business. They say they continue to see traction in the CV segment, and in the next 2 to 3 years, the double-digit growth is something that can continue in the commercial vehicle segment. They also expect an increase in market share across all segments, both Royal Enfield and the commercial vehicle space. And for Royal Enfield particularly, they see huge traction in the rural markets, which is important considering that, the urban market was picking up in the premium segment, but now they're saying the rural areas will also see an improvement for the Royal Enfield franchise. They are gradually ramping up production to meet the rising demand, and the development of the electric vehicle two-wheeler is on track. The first launch is expected in FY26, so we've got to wait some more time for that. But remember, the stock is moving in tandem with the BSE Auto Index, so it's up about 14%, while the BSE Auto Index is up almost about 12-13% this year. So it hasn't outperformed the auto segment as such, but it is still, gained a lot of traction in the last few days. So I'm going with green over there.
Okay, all right, Sonia, thanks for that. Let's hop across to Mangalam. He's joining in to tell us about Godrej Consumer and Delhivery. Morning, Mangalam.
Morning. So Godrej Consumer, they've strengthened their leadership team. In fact, they've gotten Asif Malbari as the CFO for the company with effect from August 10th. Remember, he is currently the CFO of Tata Passenger Electric Mobility, and he's also a director at Tata Motors. Under his watch, the Tata Motors India business actually, grew 5 times itself. Samir Shah, who's the current CFO of GCPL, moves on to the group role as someone who would lead consumer investments for them. But remember, Asif Malbari before that was at HUL as well, so has over 23 years of experience in this space, and perhaps he would have been working with Sudhir Sitapati in HUL itself, so they would have some chemistry there as well. See Godrej Consumer in the green as their leadership team strengthens. For Delhivery, just keep an eye out on the comments that the company made in their analyst day, where they've reiterated the long-term growth prospects with their competitive moats, but they've outlined targets for the express parcel business to generate EBITDA margins, adjusted EBITDA margins in teens. And if you notice, over the last 4 quarters, the margins of the company have been improving, the losses have been reducing. And as we've been pointing out, all these new age companies are talking more of the middle of income statement and bottom line as against the top line right now. So as a result of which, brokerages are happy. Morgan Stanley says that this targeted EBITDA margin for the company would mean return on capital employed to the tune of almost 30%, as a result of which they have an overweight rating target at 415 rupees per share.
All right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. Well, I'm tracking JK Cement. A small acquisition is what they've gone ahead and done. Toshali Cements Private Limited. We know that the promoter entity has been looking at exiting the cement business over the last few years. And now they've done a deal with JK Cement. JK Cement, they bought 2 units, both in Odisha. One is an integrated unit that's backed by clinker, and there's also an additional grinding facility that they're looking at. So the combined grinding facility will be close to around 0.7 million tons odd. The transaction, well, there are certain conditions that need to be taken care of, but they are saying that maybe in the next 6 months or so, we'll see this deal getting completed. The total cost is only around 157 crores odd. So you equate that on a per ton basis, it works out to around $30 per ton. Why is it positive? Both these plants are operational. You're getting it at around $30 per ton. And also this acquisition gives them an entry into the East India market. So all in all, it should be read positively. Surbhi joins in though to tell us about some more stocks that are on the news. Surbhi?
So I'm watching out for Capacity Infra. They have a board meeting scheduled on 8th of June to consider fundraise via preference route. Veranda Learning, where the wholly owned subsidiary Veranda Race has partnered with Talent Academy and Publications to augment its reach in Kerala. They've further teamed up with a placement orientation company Fire, which offers expert training for recruitment in private banking and BFSI sector. BL Kashyap, the company has won an order worth 147 crores. The execution timeline for this order is 27 months, and as on date, the total order book is close to 27 odd crores. And lastly, Nelco is also on my radar. The company has acquired 9% stake in Piscis Networks for an initial investment of 99.99 lakhs, and they plan to increase stake in this company to at least 30% in the near future.
Thanks a lot for that. Let's do a quick recap in case you missed out on any of the stocks with positive news flow. There's MTAR Tech, Eicher Motors, Godrej Consumer, Delhivery, JK Cement, Capacity Infra, Veranda's Learning Solutions, BL Kashyap and Sons and Nelco, while IEX is the only stock on the radar with negative news flow. Let's slip into a quick break. On the other side of the break, we have so many stocks to discuss. Siddharth Khemka of Motilal Oswal Financial Services will be joining in, and we'll also connect with Vimal Kejriwal of KEC International to talk about their business outlook as well as how the Kavach system can help bring more safety in railways after that unfortunate Odisha train tragedy. Stay tuned.